Hi, everyone. This is Lady T with Lady T Speaks TV, where we talk about relationships. Now, I've brought you 5 tips. Today, in this video, I'm going to give you tip number 6, and we'll continue on in the series. Remember, we're talking about conflict resolution in romantic relationships. So I got the article from Psychology Today, and it was Dr. Gwendolyn Seidman, and she wrote the article, and I thought it was the interesting information should really be helpful for you if you apply it in your romantic relationship. So let's go with tip number 6. And like I said, I will be reading it from the screen. So I'll turn away for a little bit, but I'll be back. And y'all don't forget to subscribe, make a comment on the video, send me your questions so I can answer them via email. My email address is ladytspeaks at tv@gmail.com. ladytspeakstv@gmail.com, all one word. Now let's get into this. So don't automatically object to your partner's complaints. And this is tip number 6. When you're criticized, it's hard not to get defensive, but defensiveness doesn't solve problems. Imagine a couple arguing because the wife wants her husband to do more chores around the house. When she suggests that he do a quick cleanup after he gets ready to leave in the morning, he says, yes, that would help, but I really don't have time in the morning. When she suggests that he set aside some time on the weekend, he says, yes, that could be a way to schedule it, but we usually have plans on the weekends. And I have work to catch up on, so that won't work. This yes butting behavior suggests that her ideas and views are not worthwhile. Another destructive defensive behavior is cross-complaining. When you respond to your partner's complaint with one of your own. For example, responding to you don't clean up enough around the house with you're a neat freak. It's important to hear your partner out and really consider what they're saying. And I agree. I really agree because, again, this is what happens 9 times out of 10 with romantic couples. Your partner's complaining, and then you start talking about all the issues that you have, and then you start complaining. And most certainly the argument escalates. It might have started out as a mere conversation, but by the end of the complaining, guess what? You're going to be in a serious argument. Remember what I said earlier in earlier videos. We don't always do the same thing all the time. We should never use the word always or never. And when you want someone to do something that you're suggesting, not that you're demanding, but that you're suggesting that they do, then you have to say it in that way. You can't point fingers. It's easy to do it. A lot of times you don't mean to. It's not intentional, but it does happen. And I think that when you're in a long-term relationship, oftentimes you do take each other for granted, and you get used to normal. You get used to what happens on a day-to-day, and you don't really think about what you're saying to one another. And that's important. You got to really think about what you're saying. Like I said before, when you care about someone, you are careful of not hurting their feelings. And I don't mean walking on eggshells. What I mean is that loving, kind relationships, healthy relationships, you are always thinking about how I'm going to enhance that person's life. They're going to make their life better. It's up to them to enhance their happiness, but you're in a partner relationship, and so you want to make sure that you both are in a healthy environment and in a healthy argument, in a healthy relationship. And that means that it takes some work, it takes some effort on your part, and of course it takes effort on your partner's part as well. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. You cannot change anyone. That is their responsibility. What you can do is enhance their happiness, and what you can do is do the best that you can do. Be the best person you can be in the relationship. That is your responsibility when you care about someone. And if you don't care about someone, you're going to be careless. But don't be careless with your partner's feelings. Don't do it. You don't want anyone to be careless with your feelings. You want people to value you. Like I've said before, what you believe and what you think matters. And you want your partner to understand that. So it's so important that you share that with them. So if they're complaining, don't you start complaining. Okay? Listen to them actively, like I said before. Be attentive to them. Let them know that you are concerned about their complaints, and don't nag. The worst thing you can do is nag another human being to do what it is you want them to do. It becomes controlling, and we don't have the right to control any other human being, not at all. We all have the ability to do what we think is the right thing to do, period, point blank. All right, I'll come back and give you tip number 7. All right, I'll see you when I see you. Now, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content in my video, make sure that you like the video, share it with someone else, and I'll be so excited to see what you have to say about your relationship. All right, this is Lady T Speaks TV, where we talk about relationships. Talk to you soon.